Hello everyone, today I am making caldo, cocido or beef soup. This is the mother soup to me. This is with all kinds of vegetables, whatever you want to add, and meat. The meat that I use is back ribs. This is to give it flavor. It has a lot of bone. And then I use the country style ribs with no bone. And there's another one that you can use, or other meats that you can use, but this is my favorite. So I'm gonna add carrots, cabbage, potatoes, celery, zucchini, cilantro, corn, fresh corn, and then I am going to cook the meat with garlic, salt, and an onion. So I'm gonna let the meat cook in this big pot for an hour and a half. I'm gonna boil the water first, and then I'm gonna wash my meat with boiling water. Then I'm gonna let it cook, and I'll come back and show you the next step, okay? Here's my water boiling with the garlic and onion. I couldn't find regular garlic, so I bought a elephant garlic, and that's enough, only one because they're so big. And if you find regular garlic, add 2 heads. Okay, medium. So I'm gonna start adding my meat. There's my meat. It's already washed. Okay, and then add salt to taste, and cover it with foil or a lid, but not all the way. And just let it cook for an hour and a half, and then we're gonna start adding the vegetables. Okay, so I'm gonna make rice and salsa to go with our caldo de res, and then I'll come back and show you guys, okay? I'm gonna make rice, and I already have a video on that, but really quick. I have 2 cups of rice, 3 Roma tomatoes. I'm gonna peel them. I'm gonna use only half an onion, 2 chicken and 2 tomato bouillon, comino, cumin, and 4 and a chorrito, just a little bit more of water. So I'm gonna go ahead and brown my rice in this pot, stainless steel. So the pot has a lot to do on how your rice is gonna come out, okay? And with a lid, okay? All right, so there's my meat, still cooking, and here's my rice. It's almost done. When you see that it's gonna start flowering, and it's browned, go ahead and add your tomato and the onion so it can brown. Fry with it, okay? So do not let it get like really brown, or all the rice getting to be like flouring rice, because then it's gonna become mushy. That's what I experienced in the past, but if it works for you, okay, that's great. And then I'm going to add the water, my 4 cups, and a little bit of water, extra water, once I finish frying my rice. And then I'm going to add a couple of shakes of comino, cumin, and my chicken and tomato bouillon. I'm going to cover it up. I'm going to let it boil. Once I see that it starts boiling, I'm going to put it on the lowest setting, and then leave it covered until all the liquid, you see there's no liquid, and then remove it and let it sit for 15 minutes, and your rice is done, okay? My rice is done, so I'm going to put it to the side, okay? I'm going to turn it off, and my meat has another 31 minutes. So I'm going to add the celery, okay, and I'm gonna let it cook with the meat for 30 minutes, and then I'm gonna start adding my vegetables, and I'll show you when I come back. Another 6 minutes, and my meat is ready. So I am going to add the vegetables. I'm gonna add the potatoes, the whole potatoes. I washed it really good with a brush. I even took everything off, all the dirt. The zucchini, that goes last. So I'm going to add first the cabbage. This is how I like adding the cabbage. If you want to cut up in everything, it's fine. It's up to you. And then my carrots, my cilantro. See, when I say to let your cilantro sit in water, look at all that dirt and or sand. I'm going to and I'm gonna put it in fresh water. And then there's my corn. The corn only takes about 10 minutes in boiling water to cook. Okay, so if you overcook it, I used to do that a while back. So I learned how to cook it only for 10 minutes in boiling water or in the broth, and it's ready. And just let it sit there for a few minutes and it's ready. So I'm gonna add my cabbage first, and my potatoes then, and then my carrots and my zucchini. No, the corn and then the zucchini and my cilantro at the end. So here's my rice. It's done. See, I just, look, this is what you want. See, you fluff it up. There's still a little bit liquid, not quite, but it's fine. See, you fluff it up. And just let it sit there. So your rice is ready, and I'm going to make the salsa. Okay? In an hour and a half, so I'm going to add my cabbage. And if I need more water, I'll add more water, but it has to be boiling water. Okay? And then I'm going to add my potatoes. Okay? I'm going to let them cook there for about 15 minutes, and then I'll add my carrots. Okay, and I'll be back. My carrots have been in the boiling water for a few minutes, so I'm going to start adding my corn. Okay. And then, like I said, if I need more water, I'll put boiling water. There's my water. Okay. And I'll move it in a minute. Just be very careful how you mix everything, because if it's tender, you don't want it to dissolve. And I am the only one that likes to serve this. So when we're ready to eat, I like to serve everyone. If not, they'll break up everything and then make a mess. Okay. See, that's my 10 corns. We love corn. So there's the meat. There's the cabbage. Okay. And I'll be right back and show you. Oh, and I still need to put in the zucchini and the cilantro. Here's my broth boiling, and I'm going to let it boil for 10 minutes with the corn, and then I'm going to add the cilantro, and the zucchini should be done by then. If you want to cut them up in pieces, that's fine, but I like to get a knife and just take off the corn from the husk and serve it like that, or you can eat it whole, doesn't matter. Sometimes I cook it separate, but right now I want the broth from the caldo, from the beef soup and the corn. So there you have it. Okay, I'll be right back. So my beef soup is almost done. This is what I grew up with. This is what my mom used to make all the time, and now I am making it for my grandchildren and my children, of course, and my husband. And now I'm gonna add my cilantro. So you grab all your cilantro. It's already cleaned, and put it in here. If you don't like cilantro, you don't have to put any cilantro, but that gives it such a good flavor if you like it. And then I roasted some tomatoes. These are for my salsa, and I'm roasting some jalapenos and salt. I'm going to smash them up really good, and salt, and that's what we need. And I'll serve, and I'll show you in a minute. But look at how good that looks. It is so good. If it needs more salt, add more salt. And if it needs more water as well, do the same. And there you go. My caldo served and ready for me. Oh my gosh, it looks so good and it tastes so good. So there's the rice. What we do, we put the rice in the broth with that. And then the corn, I can either eat it like this on the cob or with a knife. Take it off the cob and put it in the broth. Then if you want to put lemon and the salsa, see? It is so good. So this is only tomato and jalapeno with salt. It's roasted. So there you have it. Enjoy. Thank you.